When you're young, you just don't know no
part
better.
Part of me understands the last part when he was talking his shit, which was, if I offended anybody, I will apologize to them. I'm not apologizing to you bitches or y'all bitches. I like that because it's true. Like, okay, he know what he said. Y'all did all the digging. Y'all found it, right? Y'all waited until he got into the peak or a peak in his career to bring up some shit he said when y'all didn't give a fuck that he said it when he said it back then. Now y'all care. And it's like, for what? Not only that, okay, yeah, he said it, that was fucked up, but okay, I don't know if he's a real one, like he's going to apologize to being blue, but you know what else he said? Y'all broke and miserable. And I, too, was broke and miserable. I am now such and years old. I was such and such years old. Mm-hmm. And I have a whole different mindset. So a lot of people are like, oh, fuck that. Fuck. Okay, so if y'all didn't know, some old tweets resurfaced of Juicy. Yeah, saucy. I was about to say Juicy Santana.
Yeah,
Lord,
right?
he is juicy.
That's why I'm glad I stepped in there.
All right, so Saucy Santana basically tweeted some real fucked up shit. Talking about he wish he could just be Blue Ivy, nappy headed. That was like one of the tweets.
Oh, something like
that. And then he tweeted another. This is not verbatim because I don't give that much a fuck. I just want to talk about it. And I don't feel like looking it up because I did look it up. But y'all know how I am. So. Anywho, and another tweets pretty much said that he looked better than Beyonce. And the other tweet was...
You should feel like you look better than Beyonce no matter what you look like.
No, he said stand if I was... Oh, I didn't see that one. I seen the one. It said if I was standing next, he was like, if I was standing next to Beyonce, I would feel I look better than her.
Yeah, like because you used to have that confidence.
See, I didn't see all that.
Yeah, basically, he was saying.
Now, see,
Saucy was
he didn't have to say. He didn't have to say Beyonce though. He could have picked who they said the most beautiful woman in the world was a white woman, or she ain't black, so we could have picked her. But you know, we always be against ourselves, so that's the tap on the hand for him in a bad way. But that then and he made the comment.
That song came out, that booty song.
Yes, because he sampled Beyonce shit.
Even though that's not Beyonce sample, that's somebody else's. Like that's the Gap Band.
Oh, so what? She sampled them and then he... Okay.
Yeah.
I know how that shit work. Okay, well, shout out to the Gap Band. I do fuck with them, too. Yeah. That's old school. I don't know too much shit about them.
Is that the Gap Band?
You know
it's one of them old bands.
Anywho, and I feel like a hypocrite because I do know, like, Luther Vandross and shit like that, so I should be more in tune with the Brat. I'm sorry. I had to go back to that because I just realized I do be listening to, like, Upside Down by Diana Ross. Yeah, I'm not saying I don't remember the Brat. I'm just saying I literally only know a few songs by her that I can remember. That's like how I felt about Eve. I was asking this dude, he was like, who's Eve? I'm like, you don't know who Eve is?
My enemies, my enemies.
What?
My enemies, my enemies, my enemies.
I'ma do this licky done before. What? Y'all know who Eve is? Oh man! All right, I'm sorry.
Eve probably had the best album of that year. Of her debut album
Eve too.
That first album, that might have been.
And I'm not gonna lie, I probably know
Rough Riders albums.
2 more Eve songs that I know of the Brats. It's not even like you know what I mean. Man. I just know. If you play it, I might can fuck with it.
That whole first
now
album.
The Brat, I always seen her like
Philly,
I said, like you
Philly, dun, 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 dun. Philly's where I am from. Dun, 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 dun.
Philly, you're doing it. Throwback. Okay. But yeah, okay. Let me stop de-sucking for a second. I love you, Brat and Judy, but that's not the point. And Sada. I love my Sada. And Eve. I love my Eve too. And Ari. And Normani.
And Rocky Bad.
And I like what's that crazy light skin joint? Rico Nasty is that her name?
Oh yeah, that's her
Rico,
name. Yeah, she from here, I think too.
Mm-hmm. I used to like Azalea Banks, but she blows me. She blows me every time I want to like her. She's dope though. She just blows me with her attitude. It's mental health for real. Though.
I feel like her is the same way I feel about Lil Nas.
I love me Lil Nas.
Like,
he's actually talented as fuck. It's literally people can't get past the fact he's gay.
It's not,
and he's problematic trolling.
It's too much.
I'm sorry, we getting sidebar, baby. We getting sidebar. Back to the juicy. All right, so not only did he sample, he made another. I mean, back then around the same time, he made a tweet basically saying that Northwest looked better than Blue Ivy, and that they need the clear cars. What do you say to have several car seats? Now, one. he was fucked up. Nobody wants to be their child to be talked about. Let me tell you a fun story real quick. I put a picture up of my son when he was a baby. This was way back when MySpace was popping. I wasn't like, I don't even know why I did it, but it was like, oh, I was just showing my child. And somebody's like, oh, whose baby? No, he's like, that baby's ugly. I was like, oh. Now, do I think my son is ugly? Hell no. But it was just like the humble pie of people don't give a fuck what you think.
Yeah.
Is like, okay, so to Saucy Santana, you know, I feel that people need to leave him the fuck alone. And it is what it is. He said what he said. Y'all roasted Kevin Samuels. And that man died. Y'all literally roasted him to death. And when he died, y'all continued to roast him in his death. So, him saying some fucked up shit about Blue Ivy and him, you know, throwing some fucked up rock. That is fucked up. But again, you know what else people pointed out? Where the fuck was the Beehive? Did the Beehive harass him? I'm not saying they should, or I'm not saying they will, but I heard they didn't. And however, with that being said, I would say the Beehive they either evolved and grew, or they are scary. Because Saucy Santana do got the sauce.
Right.
With his sauciness.
Oh.
So,
all right. While I'm here, I'm sorry. I hate the sidebar. I have to give a happy birthday shout out to Tea with Tia. I get a lot of my news from that site. She's on all the stuff. Twitter, Instagram, blah, 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 blah. I have to give her a shout out because I get a lot of my news from her page. A lot of it. A lot of the stuff I report on this podcast comes from her.
Don't look me up and down like I did something wrong.
Because I know I cut you off for that. But
yeah, you did cut me off, but it's okay. I do it sometimes.
I have to make sure that doesn't get unnoticed because...
Well, shit. I shout out the Shade Room, too, because I be looking at they shit, too, like, damn.
Yeah. And look, she steals from the Shade Room sometimes. She steals from people.
I think everybody steals from everybody. Because every story we're talking about, unless our own personal shit, everybody's talking about. Like, that's Saucy Santana. I literally Googled it after I seen it one time, and it was like, everybody was talking about it. Yeah. And I'm just like, well, damn. So what my closing statement on it all is, you know, people grow, and like he said, he tweeted it out his own fingers. He was broke and miserable, and broke and miserable do what? Broke and miserable shit. So that was a miserable ass mind state he was in. He didn't have nothing to do. He probably wanted to go fuck a viral, and he mentioned the most wealthy people because at the end of the day, y'all couldn't even afford to drink Blue Ivy's piss at this point. So, and Lil Baby got a Grammy. Did y'all know that? So, yeah, for that brown skinned girl and her being on there, yes. Oh, yeah. Lil Baby got a Grammy. So, being that, you know, she is royalty, not just because, but just because. Yeah. You know what I mean? And she's had hate be spewed to her. Like, my nigga, her whole life from the time she came out the vagina. Bruh, it's like, my nigga, black people, no offense, y'all could be ignorant and fucked up and cruel, and y'all do the same shit that the white people did to y'all, and I don't understand why. Like, we've been told we're ugly, we're this, we're that, we're this, and we're that. We're everything that white people actually, no offense, because I do have some white listeners, I'm sure. I'm not saying everybody, but to the ones that come from racist and want to continue with the fucking upbringing, fuck you. And what I'm saying is those people, they be fucking, what they do? Still fucking kill. They did all the things they say niggas do, right? So back to the ugliness. They did all that to us. Why do we do it to ourselves? That shit don't make no sense. And she's a fucking kid. Who the fuck is grown and sitting there like, let me talk about this baby. What the fuck do your grandmama and your babies and your uncles and your ancestors look like? You probably came from a line of ugly ass slaves if you want to be smart. And guess what? Slaves weren't all just black. They had white slaves, black slaves, all types of slaves. So suck it, bitches. Lisp and all. Sorry. They just pissed me off with that. Because I'm like, damn. I couldn't imagine. I just seen a fucking throwback video of Snoop Dogg's daughter. You know, she's dark skinned and she's on the lush side, right? And she basically somehow she's contemplated like, yeah, because people are so cruel and they've been saying the most fucked up shit to her. And it's like, bro. And she's like, it doesn't matter that my dad is rich. I drive a Toyota. Now, we're not even going to get into that because I'm sure Snoop spends more on his coke whores and his bullshit than it did on that
Wait
Toyota.
a minute.
I don't give a shit. I like Uncle Snoop, but that broke my heart. Why the fuck is she riding around in a fucking Toyota?
She might
Why
just
is she
want
riding
a
around?
Toyota.
She said she was driving. She didn't sound happy to be in that motherfucking Toyota. If he bought her that Toyota because she specifically asked for a Toyota, I take it back, and he could call me a bald head, skinny, overbite, lips having bitch. I don't care. The point is, nigga, why she got a Toyota?
He wants her to have a low profile because you could be an easy target in these streets.
Okay. All right. Right. Okay. Yeah.
You know, like,
anyway,
we sing. I wish you guys could have saw how we looked at each other, because she looked at me like, you are full of all kinds of shit. Bullshit.
But yeah.
Bird shit. Bull and bird shit.
Yo.
Dog shit.
Finishing up, and I'm done de-sucking at this point. Blue Ivy is a beautiful black child to go on to be a black woman. She has the best of both parents' features, and I know we don't all agree about Jay-Z's looks, but mind your business, because if he wanted to, he could Kylie Jenner y'all hoes and go get his shit done if he wanted to. So I'm just saying
that he is at,
nigga, if he wanted, he could have a whole everything. He looks happy.
It's ever gloom, so it's like
he looks happy. Beyonce looks unbothered. She done cleaned out her fucking social media. Like, fuck y'all hoes. I'm B, bitch. Like, and Blue Ivy, like, shout out to her again. And the twins. Let's show the twins some love, because what about the twins? Nobody never really say shit about the twins. Good shit, I meant.
You can't.
I mean, after the first child, I probably wouldn't show the rest of my kids either, because y'all some imbeciles. Y'all some bastards. Like, I'm sorry, the ones that are out here criticizing people's kids and you don't even fucking take care of your own, or let alone fucking, you wouldn't want your child to be fucking bullied because you wouldn't know what to fucking do. The fuck? She could technically pay to get everybody's IP address hacked and get them fucking firebombed, but she doesn't. And we respect Beyonce for that. Because I'm telling you, boy, the internet is cruel. Cruel, cruel, cruel.
Can I segue into how the universe is always somewhat petty?
Sure. And we're going to close that. My bad. Mm-hmm.
An elephant killed the 70-year-old woman in India.
I do not mean to laugh. I'm not.
Hold on.
Sorry.
It gets better.
I'm sorry.
And then he returned to trample on her corpse at her funeral.
What did she do to that? I'm sorry. R.I.P. to whoever's Meemaw that was. Bro, that can't be a real story. You were shitting me.
Oh, man.
What, we going to hashtag Indian elephant death? Like, what the fuck?
Elephant death. Yeah, petty elephants. Because, Lord have mercy, the elephant killed her.
Can you send me a link to that, and I'm going to put it on the website, because I don't want them to think we bullshit and just pulling shit out our ass. And that's one thing. That sounds a little bit absurd.
I mean, you know.
I mean, he killed her and then went to the funeral and pulled up on her again. That's some real opposition ass shit. He wanted to make sure that she wasn't coming back.
I got it from off of Say Cheese.
Is Say Cheese reliable? I thought they were, but I don't know.
They're somewhat reliable.
Because I think people... I'm not going to talk about the nasty Twitter that I seen. Remember the one I said about the one? It was a bad Twitter. Bad Twitter. It was like the guy basically violating the other guy while he was drunk and asleep. Oh, yeah. And I'm like, how do we know this just wasn't like a gay scene? You know, that they just said, hey, we're going to put a fucked up twist to it. Because it's not the fact that nobody's gay. The fact of violating someone who's not because they're vulnerable is the problem.
Yeah, you got a point there.
So we're just going to say Cheese said that shit. And I'm not going to put that on my website. You go find that shit on your own, y'all. Say Cheese, what is that, the Instagram?
They're
Instagram, everywhere?
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, y'all go to their shit and look for that shit. That's crazy, though.
There's a woman who wrote the book on how to murder your husband. And she got life in prison for murdering her husband.
So that should be how not to murder your husband, because I got caught. The book should say. Wow. Wow. Just wow. Just fucking wow.
I got another good one Florida man arrested for robbing a bank one day after being released from prison. He served